the finale, all the way from Strasbourg, France, EttaVee. Welcome to the bonjour.
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 Thank you for having me.
And I was worried when I heard you're coming from France that I'd have to brush up on my French, but you're actually from
Evansville, Indiana.
Evansville,
yes.
Indiana.
So I'm a Midwest girl, and I've been in France for about almost 10 years now.
No kidding. How do you like it?
I love it.
I would bet.
I mean, food, wine, art, can't beat it.
Yeah, but I know I can tell from looking at your family in the audience today that you got to be homesick from time to time that far away.
Absolutely, and thankfully, being a working artist, I'm able to travel back to the States a few times a year, and then of course they always come over and visit as well, so it's a treat.
Well, I've seen you paint downtown. You've made quite a bit of progress. How far along are you on your mural?
Yeah, so I'm about 70%, 80% there, and the wall is, I think it's about 89 feet wide. So it has truly been a marathon to get through, I would say, but it's so much fun.
The mural is on the back of the Nostalgia Inc. and Beats to Live By building on Cortlandt Street, and it's very colorful, as is pretty much all of your work.
Yes, yes. I'm inspired by color. It makes me happy, and I think many people can resonate with that. Whenever you see something that just lights up your eyes and that has a good energy to it, that's pretty much what I'm driven by when it comes to art.
It's amazing how many artists are what I would consider just primarily mural artists. You're in a lot of things.
Yes.
How did you get into the mural, the mural art world?
Yes, so I painted my first mural back in 2019 in San Diego, and it was a part of a mural festival, an all-women's mural festival, and they invited me. It was my very first time, and I was just, I think what I'm most inspired by is not only the scale, but it's because the art is public art. You get to share it with the world. Art can sometimes be expensive, and sometimes, you know, it could be hard to obtain, and murals allow it to be accessible to everyone because art should be
And the
accessible.
creation of it is accessible to everyone. You're painting there in front of crowds. Is that uncomfortable?
At first, I was a little nervous, especially when the painting is like in its awkward teenage phase. It can be a little nerve-wracking, but after you get into the flow, then it just kind of flows.
What's your design? It looks like it's abstract.
Yes, so abstract is my thing. I really just try to emanate joy, and this piece in particular, it's titled Jackson is a Rainbow, and it is really just inspired by whenever I arrived into town on the first day and I saw all of the murals in downtown Jackson, I was like, Jackson is a rainbow. Like that's what it is. And so I really wanted to give Jackson its very own proper rainbow.
Along with some flowers.
Of course, of course. You know, I wanted to also kind of have like a nice flowy, free, psychedelic feel to it as well. So, yeah.
Both spray cans and brushes.
Yes, and so usually I use brushes because usually I use canvas, I paint on canvas, but this time it's really fun. I get to experiment on I get to experiment with spray paint this time around.
Oh, you typically don't use?
Typically don't use spray paint, so it's been a learning experience.
Yeah, I've heard that artists can get a cramp with this.
Yes. I hear there's a masseuse in the artist lounge today because a lot of us, our arms are hurting, so yeah, my wrist and everything.
You might be familiar with EttaVee's work already because you have one of the boxes, the bright boxes, that were done in 2020 when we couldn't have a festival.
Yes. So because I live in France, they were unable to fly me in, and so they asked if I would be interested in contributing to a bright box, and I was like, absolutely. And it was such a treat to see it whenever I came into town. It's a beautiful little corner, and it was just stunning. I was so excited.
Yeah, it's the box right next to the Millennium Clock Tower, the corner of Michigan and Jackson. So you've seen it, you've driven by it, and now you know the artist. Plus, people might have seen your work. You've done work for Target, Pottery Barn, Anthropology, Clinique. What are some of the things that you've done for those big clients?
Yes, so for example, for Pottery Barn Kids and Teen, that was an amazing collaboration to do because I have kids, and so it was fun to be able to kind of think of, oh, what would it be like to sleep in a rainbow? It was kind of like my thinking behind it, and so just to be able to attribute my artwork to everyday items is what I love to do, because I think that it's important to be able to have unexpected pops of color throughout your day. So that's why I really love working on products like that.
And it looks like when you are painting that, you can't possibly not be in a good mood. It's just it's such a positive. Everything you do, it just screams positive.
Thank you. Thank you. That's what I was hoping people feel as well. It's joy, and I'm sharing it, and I just hope that,
you can't help but smile when you see it.
That's great.
And it becomes, I think, for that, it becomes universally popular. You'll hear people as they look at different murals, oh, I'm not so, that, yeah, I like that. I mean, but yours, I think it's designed by design to appeal to the most people.
Exactly, because it's color.
Yeah.
What can go wrong with color?
What's not to like? Now, Bright Walls asked for mural artists from all over the world to submit and apply. Over 300 artists applied.
I didn't know.
Yes. So how did you get, why did you like Bright Walls? Why did you want to come here? And what was it about you that they chose?
Yeah, well, so I've been following along on Instagram. I've been following the event over the years, and I'm always just really blown away because, like I said, or I don't know if I said this already, but Jackson really reminds me of my hometown. And so I was like, oh, how cool that it's a town that I, kind of used to, like, this type of town, and they're flying in international artists and like beautifying the city. And it also seemed, I can tell that the organizers care deeply about the community and that they're reviving the area. And so I just found that really inspiring. And I had no idea that there were 300 people that applied, but I would guess they chose me. They probably saw my mural the first one that I did, and the colors, the vibrancy. I know that it was very widely spread throughout Instagram, people taking pictures with it because it's just such a happy mural. So I would imagine.
Well, I'm glad they found you, and I'm glad you found us.
Me too. I'm honored to be here.
One of the things Clay asked last night at the Partner and Artist Dinner, they wanted us to talk about Jackson. This is your first time here.
First time.
So what do you think of the town and Bright Walls?
Honestly, I have experienced such wonderful hospitality from the second I've arrived. I've had locals bring me donuts to my wall, just people bringing me coffees. Everyone's just asking if I'm okay, if I need anything. The owner of Beads to Live By made me this lovely bracelet. Like, it's just been such a treat. Everyone is so nice. And I think that you guys are so lucky to be surrounded by so much artwork. Like, there's no other place like this. So,
Cassandra at Beads to Live By, she's very excited about having murals painted on her building, and she's very excited about Bright Walls as well.
Yes, she's lovely.
And she's an artist too.
Yes, of course.
Of course.
Beats art.
Were they Hinckley donuts that they brought?
They were.
Okay,
they
well
were.
then you've experienced the best of Jackson.
They were so good. They were so good.
Now, are you going to be able to stay for the whole festival?
Yep, I'll be able to stay through the weekend before heading back to France.
And your hometown is South Bend?
It's Evansville.
Evansville,
Indiana.
Oh, so that's quite a ways.
Yeah, it's like the Kentucky border.
Yeah. You lost your accent. You didn't.
I did.
And do you speak French typically?
Oui, je parle français.
Oh.
Do you speak French?
Mais oui.
Oh, c'est parfait.
Un petit peu. High school.
High school French. We all took it. Yeah.
So what is your neighbors in Strasbourg? What do they think about Americans these days?
Honestly, I'm always hearing quite good things.
Oh, good.
In fact, and everyone, often you'll be like, oh, like they'll be like, oh, I don't speak English, but they speak English perfectly fine.
That's right.
They're always talking about like our food. They're like, oh, hamburgers, and I'm just like, okay, we don't only eat hamburgers, but yeah, it's funny. They're just, it's good. We have a good view over there of us.
Well, if you're looking for an artist to take a picture of that's always smiling, you'll want to head to the back of Beads to Live By and take a picture of the art along with EttaVee. I can't wait to see it done.
Thank you. I am pushing through, and hopefully it's done soon.
Well,
So,
thanks for coming on the show.
thank you for having me. It's been so much fun.
It's great to see you.
Thank you.
Come see EttaVee, one of the Bright Walls mural artists painting in downtown Jackson, all the way from Strasbourg, France. More of the show coming up. We've got some birthdays.